There is a huge push going on right now that many of us have realized of pinning masculine and feminine energy against each other. And that's just not how it's supposed to be. Masculine and feminine energy are supposed to marry within yourself. Let me explain. Masculine and feminine energy now is used as almost like an ego idea, in the sense of, oh, because I'm masculine, then I must be more boyish, or because I'm feminine, I must be more girlish. And it has nothing to do with whether you're a boy or a girl. Masculine and feminine energy are literally that, energies. They are energies working within your body, and one provides you let's speak of masculine. The masculine energy provides the human being with fearlessness, strength, motivation to continue even if they don't fully see what's going on, but it gives you that courage, that strength to keep moving forward. And on the other spectrum, we have feminine energy, which is more the softness, the understanding, the empathy, the putting the pieces together, seeing the bigger picture. You're supposed to take those two energies and marry them within yourself. They are energies. It has nothing to do with whether you are a boy or a girl. As human beings evolving on Earth right now, it is our duties to begin to marry the two energies within each other so we can become more evolved, we can become more one and feel more comfortable within ourselves. Let's go back to past times. So masculine energy back then was like a huge push because there was a lot more wars going on. There was a lot more tending that needed to be done, whether it was hunting, building houses, things like that. So masculine energy was like a big thing, and it got pushed on men a lot, which is what began a whole process of pushing down human emotions in the long run. We've hit our peak where we've had a bunch of masculine energy coming in. Now feminine energy is getting thrown in the mix, and it's a little bit of chaoticness going on. It just didn't have to be that way. There are other galaxies, other blueprints, other Cathar grids, other solar systems that have gone through this process, and they have learned. There was the Lyran family, and the Lyran family had to learn. The Lyran family is a species, so to say, and that species had to learn on how to evolve. Their whole planetary system revolved around masculine energy, and they realized they began to hit a halt within themselves and with their entire planet. They were not evolving. They could have all the technology in the world. They could have all the smartness in the world, but if they could not figure out how to get in tune with feminine energy, they would not evolve. And that is kind of what is going on right now, except now it's a mix of both energies, both come in really fast. One saying you got to be more feminine, the other one saying you got to be more masculine. And in the truth, in the end of the day, again, they need to marry within yourself. How do you get to that point? How can you get these two energies to marry within yourself? I will give myself as an example. I am more masculine. I had feminine tendencies, but I took on a much more masculine persona due to feeling like I was in survival mode. Survival mode really put me in masculine thought process, which had me always kind of pushing forward and feeling fearless and all those things, but I wasn't getting really in tune with the feminine to see more of the bigger picture of like, wait a minute, where's this gonna take me? It was more of an impulsive, like just doing what I gotta do, and in that survival mode. When I started to slow down and I went into monkness is what I call it. I went through a phase where I wasn't really speaking to anybody. I removed myself from all the scenes I used to be in. I removed friends from around me, everything. I just went full-blown isolation pretty much, besides with Ray and Derek. That's my husband and my son. Besides them, I was pretty much isolated. I wasn't really talking to family much or anything during that period. And during that period is when I did a lot of self-reflecting and a lot of self-awareness, and I began to realize, wow, I'm pretty rough. I'm pretty masculine. What can I do about this? I need to soften my heart. I need to find that empathy, that love, that understanding, and keep it there. I can't just use it when I need to use it. It needs to be with me at all times, just as my masculine. I'm not dropping the masculine energy. It's a part of me, and I know that, and It's not that there's anything wrong with having a masculine energy, but I needed to add that feminine energy in there to be able to create peace in my life, to create balance in my life. So when I began to take those steps of being more open with love, being more open with love towards myself, especially because I wasn't loving myself the way I should, when I became more self-aware and made those changes that I needed to make, I became more and more in tune with that feminine energy. I kept pulling me in, and it just began to marry the masculine energy, and together it became amazing. And now I have a great understanding of balance of both. I can see both worlds through both energies and be able to come to resolution, ideas. I can use it to bring forth manifestations because I'm feeling very comfortable with myself. I'm not feeling insecure about, well, should a female do this? I mean, I'm a human being, and I'm marrying both those energies within myself, and I feel at peace, and that's all that matters. It had nothing to do with I need to jump into femininity and then be more girly. Like, no, I just needed to get in tune with myself. We all do. We all go through this process, especially when you're raised in straight up survival mode, especially when you're raised to be really defensive and you are your only defender, so you can't help but just cling to that masculine energy because you feel like if I'm not masculine, then everybody's going to take advantage. And no, it's not. You can still have boundaries. You can still create everything you need to create with both energies working within you, and you'll feel so much better because you don't need to be honing in all these emotions within your body. These aren't emotions you need to be holding on to. You need to let go. You need to move forward. You need to marry those energies within yourself. That way you can create better intentions for yourself. You could create better manifestations. You can create a better lifestyle, better goals, see things more clearly, because that is the point. We are all on a path of trying to see our lives more clearly. And you will see your life more clearly when you become more in tune with yourself, when you begin to truly listen to yourself and you listen to that little voice in your head that's always been there. And if it hasn't always been there, it'll kick in. And it's a little voice that it helps you. It really does. Higher self is there. Higher self sees you, and higher self will help. Higher self will help you because you are higher self, so you will want to help yourself. You want to work those two energies within yourself. Of course, you want to be fearless. Of course, you want to be strong and courageous and be able to stand up when you need to stand up, right? But of course you want that compassion, that empathy, that love, that understanding. You want both. You want both, my friends, and I can promise you that, because when you have both those energies within yourself and you're working with them, your life will change. It will help you so much. It will help you feel better. It will help you see the world through a different lens and help you not be so judgmental towards those that are still trying to work towards being a better self. We are all here for a purpose. Continue to do everything you got to do to get to where you got to go, because you are the only one that can save yourself. So much love to everybody. Continue to work on yourself, and I will talk to you guys very, very soon. Peace.